back of the field as UMP Modifieds are underway here at Limaland Motorsports Park. So far for the UMP Modifieds here this afternoon, we got a whopping 98 wonderful viewers to the channel. Liam, it's called iRacing, and check it out. You get the ride on board as you got the leaders battling it out for the lead as you can ride on board of Aiden Lewis. It is on PC as you are riding on board of Aiden Lewis, and he was battled with the 11T of Kinder Tosh. That'll be the battle for the third spot as racing continues for the race lead. You got a flashing 171 of Chris Swanson, and Nolan Patrick are about to go to war here for the race lead. It's going to be Chris Swanson in the 171 machine with Nitro Graphics. It'll be Nolan Patrick right there behind him. It looks like the number 0 machine of Aiden Lewis going to try to get a run. We're going to see a slide job in the middle of turn 1 and 2 as we're 8 out of 40 for the UMP Modifieds here at Limaland for their 40-lap feature event. Battle for the race lead is looking really good as Nolan Patrick to the inside. It'll be the 171 of Chris Swanson going door to door once again down to the backstretch. 9 out of 40, and I think we broke over 100 live viewers here tonight as it's all going to be the 171 of Chris Swanson still going to be your race leader. As racing continues on as Chris Swanson in the 171's now your leader will be the number 2 and it's going to be Nolan Patrick. But you got a really good battle in the mid-pack of the field here between Dylan T. Cunningham and that number 4. You have the number 0 ride. That's going to be old Mr. Aiden Lewis. Lewis going to get a run to the outside, and Big Hoss Motorsports, they are absolutely amazing drivers. They're all A-class or 2000 I rating and above, man. We're running no mirrors, no spotters, and no spectators in these events. These guys are just them and themselves, man. It's a great thing to see as Aiden Lewis has got a big charge there for the number 4 machine of Dylan T. Cunningham. As the 115 of Dane Norris, he'll roll to the inside. He got a battle for the race lead. Once again, Nolan Patrick with a slide job in the middle of 3 and 4. Chris Swanson going to battle right back to the inside. 14 out of 40 here for tonight's UMP Modifieds. As Nolan Patrick has to get right behind the Chris Swanson 171 ride of once again. We are 14 out of 40 this afternoon as Chris Swanson still holds on to the lead. You got old Nolan Patrick all over the back bumper of them. Man, they are getting really close to each other in turn 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 as Nolan Patrick has not quite given up just yet as they're still side by side for the race lead. 25 to go. Oh no, Chris Swanson, a little bit of internet problem as everybody's rolling. As Nolan Patrick with a short slider clears, Chris Swanson knows. Swanson right back to the inside, and we are still side by side for that race lead. Chris Swanson in the 171, the 2 and Nolan Patrick are putting on a show for the fans here this afternoon as Swanson really doing a great job holding that line. You got 23 to go as these UMP Modifieds, they'll race into 1 and 2. It's still going to be Chris Swanson ahead of Nolan Patrick. Patrick still all over that back bumper once again as here comes Patrick. Maybe no, but he also got a great battle for the third spot. As Kinder Tosh in 11T got the 0, it's going to be Aiden Lewis. Dane Norris had to get a little brake binders as here comes that 0 machine of Aiden Lewis all by 3 wide coming off of turn number 4 right there behind them. As we get about 21 to go, somebody's got to get out of it. Holy cow! Brake pedals and everything being used in Dylan T. Cunningham and the 115 of Dane Norris. They make a lot of contact. What a save by both those drivers. Thank you, Christian. As there's a big slider there for Aiden Lewis and that number 0 machine. We got the 11 Tia Kinder Tosh back to the inside. The battle for the race lead has been about single file, but they're nose to tail once again as we keep continuing to watch the mid pack of the field here. Dane Norris in the 115, the 11T in the middle, and Aiden Lewis and the Scott Bloomquist number 0 machine are still 3 wide. Slide job there for Dane Norris for the 3rd spot. They'll split them going down to the backstretch as racing continues. As you will have the 0 of Aiden Lewis on the outside, he'll be in the 3rd spot as they're still racing the UMPs here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. 3 wide down to the backstretch, they say, with Dane Norris stuck in the middle. Holy cow, there's racing all over the speedway here at Limaland. 16 to go, and there's 5 cars for the 3rd spot as they're 3 wide once again. As these guys, what's going on? Oh, Dane Norris, and oh, 5 wide. Dane Norris in trouble. We got 1 around. Caution flag. Caution flag for the 11T, and I believe Dane Norris got crossed up in turn 1 and 2. Aiden Lewis kind of drove into the door here a little bit, but let's see what happened. Woo! So really close quarters racing. Dane and Aiden just going to war here. Contact was made. Still can't get off of each other. Here comes Kinder Tosh in the 11. Dane's going to lose it in the slick, and Kinder Tosh left with nowhere to go. What do you call there? I want to call hard racing, but I want to call that Dane Lewis lost it, but I guess we'll call it hard racing, I suppose. Double file going to be 1 to green. I'm going to call it hard racing. Dane Norris and Aiden Lewis made a lot of contact, and then Dane kind of lost it, and Kinder Tosh left with nowhere to go. We'll double file them back up. 1 to green this time by. Double file going to be 1 to green this time by. Well, our first yellow flies here at the Limaland Motorsports Park as we got old quotes 26 down out of 40 here tonight. What do you guys think of the racing so far, chat? Let me know what you guys think. 14 to go here for the UMP Modifieds. We got the number 7 of Brandon Mazzell in the infield tires. He's going to loop it, pull it into the infield, and he's going to call it a night. As the UMP Modifieds all by 3 wide, 4 wide, coming off of turn number 2. As here comes Ryan J. Baker in the 54 machine. As he rolls to the inside, Dane Norris going to get on the brake binders, and he'll tuck in right behind Aiden Lewis in the number 0 machine. As they're 3 wide once again, as you're going to have the number 4 machine of Dalen T. coming in to the inside. Dane Norris gets right into the 54 machine. We got a caution flag. Dane Norris immediately pulls it into the infield and he said he's had enough of this. As the 54 and Dane Norris, they make a lot of contact, and no, man, both cars get inside of the wall there. That's going to be our second cause of yellow. Dane Norris said, screw you, Peter. I am done with this one here tonight. It's UMP Modifieds all night tonight, Celtics fan. It's all UMP Modifieds here tonight. Oh boy. Double file gonna be 1 to green. Double file gonna be 1 to green this time by. Yo, what up, Bailey Woodman? How you doing? And Hellboy491H, thank you for the share. As it looks like Dane Norris and Ryan J. Baker are not going to be able to get back out of the speedway here tonight, as we're going to finish this off as Dane Norris is done for this afternoon. As Chris Swanson in the 171, Smoky Mountain tomorrow. Let's go, Kyler. Let's see if we can finish this off here tonight. I'm in Discord. If your name is changed there, Nate Slaves, change your name to your iRacing account you use, and I'll get you in the driver's section. There's the name change center. Just change your name for me. We're good to go. Got about 10 more to go for these UMP Modifieds on 2 yellow flags. Wyatt, thank you for the follow. As it's going to be the 171 and Chris Swanson still going to be your race leader. You got Nolan Patrick right there in the 2 end, right there behind him. How about the number 0 machine of Aiden Lewis, Rooster Racing 86A and 86R. Thank you for the follow. 8 to go for the UMPs as Aiden Lewis and that number 0 machine on the outside. You've got the number 4, Dalen T. Cunningham. After that's going to be the 11T. It's going to be Kinder Tosh. As it's all Chris Swanson still out in front after that amazing battle between him and the two end of Nolan Patrick, as we got a 7 to go. 7 to go tonight for the UMP Modifieds, as Chris Swanson into the 171, still your leader. He got 6 to go, but here comes that number 0 machine. He's tiptoeing to the outside of the speedway, down to the backstretch. Aiden Lewis right through the middle of turn 3 and 4. He might have found something in that 0 UMP Modified, as we got 5 to go this time by for race leader Chris Swanson. 5 to go as Chris Swanson's still the leader. Nolan Patrick, but here comes that 4 of Dylan T. Cunningham and the lethal chassis all pinked out ride. As he goes to the bottom shelf, turn 1 and 2, he'll get around the 2-end machine. That's going to be old Chris Swanson. Thank you, I'll get you. After that, it's going to be the number 4, Dylan T. Cunningham, still going to be in that second spot with 3 to go. As the 171 of Chris Swanson. Thank you guys for the follows. Journey, Nirvana. I like Nirvana. After that's going to be Matty Pfeiffer as well. And we continue on with these UMP Modified tonight. You got 2 to go this time by. 2 to go for the UMP Modifieds here this afternoon. That's Chris Swanson in the 171 machine with Dylan T. Cunningham, Chris Even. Thank you, Mark Whistlestein. Thank you for the follow as well. As we continue on, as the Chris Swanson 171 machine, you got a battle for the race lead. Dylan T. Cunningham right there to the inside. Last time in the middle of 3 and 4, it's Nolan Patrick. Gonna give him the old nudge, but Chris Swanson will prevail.